All right, welcome to my first time home buyer video workshop. This is going to be valuable for pretty much everybody. I find that most people, even if they're not a first time home buyer, it may have been 10 or 20 years since the last time you bought your house. So this is going to give you current knowledge up to the minute and try to do this in a fairly condensed format so you don't get too bored with me. This first video is just going to be an overview, tell you a little bit of what we're going to be going through. The next video, we're going to go through common questions that a home buyer is going to have. We're going to go through how to get started, what you should be doing, what you don't need to do. How much can you do online? There's so much right now online. The question is, how much should you rely on? How much? What do you still need to do in person? What is the home buying process? How do we get to a point that you're walking into your own home? And then we're going to go through the definition of terms for real estate that'd be good for you to know. Going into the next video, the third video, we're going to talk about the very first steps. Finding a lender, finding a realtor, online education that you can do yourself to get smarter as a consumer. We're going to talk about looking at pictures, because you can see 1,000 pictures of houses online versus video walkthroughs, which are also very valuable. Online valuations, whether it's Realtor.com, Zillow, there's several different places out there that give a valuation of a house. How valid are those? How much should you be relying on that when you're looking at houses or when you're planning on selling your own house down the road? How about going to showings? What do we do when we're walking through a house? If you've never done it before, it seems kind of weird, but I'll take you through all of that. And then we're going to talk about the realtor, the broker's role in showing houses to you. What should I be doing? What should your realtor be doing when you're walking through houses? Then the million-dollar question, which house should you buy? How are you going to know? How do you make that decision? Hey, this is the one that I want to buy. That's a big decision. Going into the next video, video 4 on this series, we're going to go through the contract that you're writing to buy a house. It's called the contract to buy and sell real estate. We'll take a minute and dive into that, hopefully without getting you too bored again. Video 5, we're going to talk about the different strategies to writing the offer. We've now gone through the contract. Now we're writing your offer. How do we do it? How do we get the best deal possible for you? Video 6, we're going to talk about the timeline, the steps. All right, we get under contract. What do we do next? So we're applying for the loan. We're getting your lender involved. We get title insurance for your property. We have a home inspection by a professional home inspector. What does that look like? What's that process? What do we do with that home inspection? How do you choose an insurance company for your hazard insurance, your homeowner's insurance? We'll talk about that. The appraisal process. Your lender wants to know that you're buying a house that is worth what you're paying for it. We'll talk about what an appraisal is and how we go about getting one. We talk about getting that final loan approval. You've given the lender a lot of paperwork, a lot of your history and your current situation. How do we get to that final loan approval? And then once we have that, we get to a closing. What does the closing look like? We'll go through all of that in that video. Then in the very last video, we're going to talk about after the closing. What are the things to be aware of as a home buyer at that point? Thanks again for tuning into this. I look forward to helping you with this whole process. And if you have any questions, just feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.